To call in every weekday afternoon at 5 p.m. to sort through the smoke and mirrors to discuss government policies as right versus wrong rather than right versus left. Denver's only female-hosted call-in talk show on your drive home. The Americhicks, Kim Monson and Molly Vogt. Sponsored by Yanni's in the Landmark for the best lamb chops in town. Weekday afternoons at 5 on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. Fine. How do you do to you?
I am doing fantastic.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a juicy day. I love it.
Yes, indeed.
Lots of good stuff going on. Lots. I just feel like some days it's just lots.
Yes, I really do. And we're excited, though, because that means that activity is happening. When activity is happening, then we have something to show. At least that's the idea.
At least that's the idea.
Business.
So my son, I'll tell you a little story about my son, Michael.
Yeah.
And he has been super excited waiting for this new game console that, I don't know, they started talking about a year ago. And when it came out, he couldn't find one. It was all sold out all over town.
All right.
So he was kind of waiting and he was going to order it online. And he finally got it ordered online. And then he had to wait a couple of weeks before it was going to be, they were going to have them in stock. And
all right.
so he's really, his patience are being tested.
Sure, of course.
I have really very little sympathy for the games that come out. I just think, you know what, it is what it is, right?
He's going to build you a mansion based on his programming ability after he learns these games.
Oh my gosh, you should see what he creates in Minecraft.
I know.
So he's been excited waiting for this gaming console to show up. And so he comes home from work late last night, and he says, Mom, it says here in my little thing that the tracking that this thing showed up on Friday. And now he's freaked out because he hasn't seen it, and he's thinking that somebody took it off of our front porch because you've seen this, right? You've seen the little people stealing, the little pirates of coming around your front porch and following the post office truck and the UPS truck.
Tracking and it was delivered on Friday.
It was delivered on Friday.
But he hasn't seen it. And it is now fast,
and he's now thinking he's going to have to go in to
file a claim.
Right? Like, what does he do now?
Right.
And he's telling me about it. And I don't know what triggered in the conversation, but I said, there was a box that came in on
that thing that's sitting right there at the front door.
Is it this that's actually addressed to your sister? So I didn't put it to the account at GameStop. So it's got her name on it. Like, that makes sense. Because I thought, Lauren doesn't live here anymore.
Right.
Why is she sending stuff here? This is weird. But
Reminds me of another story where somebody used your address for a delivery.
Right? Don't do that to me, right? And so he's like, Mom, you mean
out on 3
days? I've had 3 days I could have been playing with this thing.
Oh my God.
And he's looking at me like I have just ruined his life.
And it's late at night now.
And it's late at night, right?
Did
he's
you
working.
Use the phrase, nothing bad happened?
And nothing bad happened. But he said, so he texts his sisters. He says, our parents are goofs.
Goofs?
I got the goof line,
right?
Oh,
you've been busted, Michael. Right? His sister showed up.
Right. And so they thought, so he's like telling them, his sisters, all about my little goof. But here's the phrase. I love how you said it, and you teed it up, Eric. Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened. And now he does. I mean, yes, he had to wait a couple of days. And yes, there was a little bit of stress thinking somebody stole it off the front porch. But once you realize those things nothing bad happened, nothing bad happened. And we often get really freaked out over the most tiny minutia of things.
Right.
And, something showed up late, or I didn't get a phone call back, or whatever it was. And this has now become a mantra around the Experience Pros office, is us having to remind ourselves nothing bad happened.
Now, you have to understand that in our world, folks.
But today, something kind of weird happened, and we had to use the phrase.
Yeah, right.
Right? So, we do our weekly Power Boost, which is your mastermind Power Boost. It's to get your brain in high gear and ready for the week. And we were doing this little Power Boost, had issues with the link. Yeah. So half the people got the link correctly, half the people couldn't get in the link.
Right.
So there was an issue. And then, so those that couldn't get in, I said, no worries. We'll send you the recorded version. Well, guess what didn't get recorded? Okay. Shoot. Bummer. But nothing bad happened to us. Right? So we missed out on this week's Power Boost. We can go back and listen to last week's Power Boost. That's all good. It'll still be there next week. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got sick. In this day and age, nobody got shot, right? This is all okay.
Absolutely.
Right?
Hey, folks, you do have to understand, in our world, if ever you hear Angel or myself say this phrase, something bad happened, I would run and duck for cover.
Sometimes we do say that phrase too.
It's very rare. But if something bad happened, it is our way to diffuse because we don't complain, right? We don't complain. We don't badmouth anybody. And so if we say something bad happened, that's simply our way to relieve a little steam in the pressure cooker.
Yeah, I remember.
And it's okay.
There was I was watching a sitcom one time, and the gal was on a date, and she needed her friend to call her to get her out of the date.
Yeah.
And so friend calls her, and she's like, "Hey, Charlotte, something bad happened." And then Charlotte on the other end, something bad happened? Okay, I have to go. And she hung up the phone, right? And so it was kind of a funny, cute little thing, but it was cute. But if something bad happened, then something bad happened.
But keeping things in perspective is really what this is all about. And I think that's,
perspective, people.
Let's major in the majors and not worry about the minors.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to hear that nothing bad happened. I hope that Michael loves his game system where he shares an account with his sister.
He is totally recovered from goof mom moment.
It takes just a couple of minutes of plugging in the thing and getting the first screen up. To say,
He's like, and that's all over.
Don't matter, right?
That is
it's like
all
those
over.
babies who cry. I love babies who cry. They are just giving it from their toes. And then all of a sudden something distracts them and they're like,
oh, I'm happy now.
Right?
Instantly changed.
Absolutely. Hey, Angel?
Yes.
What is our hashtag kindness act of the day?
Our hashtag kindness act of the day is glue a smile on your face.
Glue a
smile on your face and watch it catch on.
Oh, I like that.
Watch it catch on. You smile at somebody, they will smile back.
It's contagious. You simply can't help it. When I was a professional magician, and I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret when it comes to professional magic. Action, right? So if you think the action is happening here, it's really happening over there, and I'm drawing all attention to the different area, right? Can't help but smile back. Now, you could be thinking horrible thoughts. You could be doing all those kinds of things. Hopefully you're not, but you could be. But if you smile, no one will know. And that smile is contagious, and it starts a tidal wave of goodwill.
It always does. And so let's be intentional and let's keep things into perspective a little bit today. So often we want to pour our issues, our challenges on to others. A couple weeks ago, we started the 24-hour no complaining challenge. And yes, you can have a do-over and a mulligan if you need to.
I'm in my second complete week of my 24-hour.
It gets really, you have to get really clever.
You do.
But here's what's also happening as we have taken on the no complaining challenge in our office. So the first shift is in our heads to just realize how often a complaint wants to come out.
Absolutely.
And how often we have to stifle that and replace it with something, either a compliment or something of gratitude, or just kind of bite our tongue.
The next shift happens halfway through a sentence.
It does. And I'm saying it and I'm like,
amazing.
Oh. And then the third shift is now catching on when other people want to dogpile the complaints and helping them shift their gears because you hear it and it is in everybody because it's become so natural, so second nature. It is completely acceptable to just be complaining. And so helping now create this movement of letting somebody know, I have taken, and this is all you do, I've taken the 24-hour no complaining challenge. So love what you're saying. Appreciate what you're saying.
How can we lift somebody up?
Right. And watching them go, you've done what?
Right.
What does that mean? How does that work?
And it's an act of intention that I've chosen. Encourage you to do the same, but that's up to you. But this is where I'm going. And so instead of having this conversation, how can we lift them up?
Yeah.
How can we be a blessing? Use the phrase that's good for you and share it. That's absolutely right. Listener Robert, thank you so much for giving us your smiley face on our Facebook Live. We appreciate that. Here. And exactly, if you're watching Facebook Live, do us a favor, click the share button and let other people know that there's something positive happening right here on the Experience Pros Radio Network. We will give you credit for that, and we're grateful for it. And now that music reminds us that it is time for us to take a quick break. But when we come back, we have a fantastic show. You want to stick around. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network, home of positive business talk. The only place where you're going to find those three words in the same sentence. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Colorado Dreamhouse team. Listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. To do that, you need a great real estate team and one with incredible marketing. Better than everyone else, we're willing to put our money where our mouth is. Here's what we're offering. Interview the Colorado Dreamhouse team to sell your home. Then interview our competition. If their marketing plan is better than ours, then you can hire them and we'll pay you $250. I know. It sounds crazy, giving you $250 to hire our competition. It probably won't happen because we're so sure you'll find our marketing plan better, you'll hire us to sell your home at top dollar. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose and $250 to gain. Call us today at 720-446-6325. Or to find out more information about our marketing guarantee, visit coloradodreamhouse.com/250.
Do you own a small business? Do you want free access to the biggest business networking event of the year? Check out Small Business Expo. It's free to attend and features more than 25 free business workshops, panel discussions, speed networking sessions, business card showcase, and over 100 exhibits. Gain leads and network with business experts, including Allstate, Progressive, and Zip Local. There's something for everyone at the Small Business Expo. The Small Business Expo is the largest and most anticipated business-to-business networking event, trade show, and conference for business owners, entrepreneurs, and decision makers. If you're serious about your business, this expo is a must-attend event. Startups and business owners can take advantage of free admission and educational workshops covering online, social media marketing, employee benefit plans, credit and financing, strategies for increasing revenue and team productivity, mentoring, cloud technologies, retirement plans, and much more. Don't miss the Denver Small Business Expo at the Denver Convention Center, Thursday, June 22nd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Register for free today at thesmallbusinessexpo.com. That's thesmallbusinessexpo.com.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551. Or DanKaplisLaw.com. That's DanKaplisLaw.com.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGDirect.com.
Do you have a family? Would you like to help make sure they'll be taken care of if anything were to happen to you? If you answered yes, you probably need life insurance. Now, do you think life insurance is expensive? If you answered yes to that too, you definitely need to give AIG Direct a call. We could find you a $250,000 policy for just $14 a month, which means you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Call us now for a free, no-obligation quote. 1-800-400-5008. Since 1995, we've helped millions of people find out if they could save up to 70% on their term life insurance. See how affordably we can help you protect your family. Call AIG Direct now for your free quote. 1-800-400-5008. You could save up to 70%. That's 1-800-400-5008. 1-800-400-5008.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tassi, Eric Kramer, helping you get your business right. And we do want to interact with you live on the show. So reach out, comment on our Facebook Live post. We would love to hear from you. Hey, wouldn't you love to increase loyalty and the bottom line at the same time?
No kidding. I think that's what we are all after if we got really down and dirty serious about what our goals are. But here's the thing, is that consumers have long suffered from unethical business practices, right? But however, with today's digital age news travels fast, right? Companies can no longer afford to ignore customer care. We've all seen the Google reviews, the Yelp reviews, and all of that. And our next guest says that one way to ensure that people are satisfied, loyal, all of that, he says, pay them.
Well, of course.
Pay them. Our next guest is CEO. Is a business model destined for success because it's grounded in ethics, honesty, and beneficial for both sides. He says, we believe that an attitude of plentifulness creates more bounty. What better way to ensure the law of attraction is providing us with abundance than to share that abundance with others? Brian Peavy, welcome to Experience Pros.
Thank you so much for having me.
Brian, it is profit sharing, because I think it means different things to different people depending on what the company actually defines it as. So how do you define profit sharing?
Profit sharing isn't, in our particular model, exactly like you would assume. Like in the case of, employees that go ahead and get a share of the profits from the company, or the company pays out dividends, something like that. Our model's a little bit different in that we do something unique that everybody knows about. So everybody understands that there are people out there that flip houses. Well, so do we. We're a group of ethical investors them in a socially responsible way. And because of this core value, we operate differently. And that profit share model, the way that works for us is when we buy a house, remodel it, and resell it, we actually pay the people that we bought the house from a portion of the profits that we receive.
Why?
Because, I think it's the first right thing to do. That's the primary reason. Second, it increases the number of people that want to work with us. Boise is a highly competitive market, and just like any other places out there, there's a lot of people flipping houses. And if I had a house, where would I want to go ahead and sell it? To somebody that's going to give me a share of the profit, or somebody that's just going to take them to the cleaners and bottom dollar their house? Okay,
let me ask maybe a little more pointed question about the process here. You purchase the house from them, is that correct?
Yeah, just like a normal transaction. We use standard purchase and sale agreements. We close at professional title companies, and we close on a house just like we would normally.
I see.
At the time of the purchase of the house, we record a second note and deed of trust payable to that prior owner. So they're guaranteed to get their money when we go ahead and sell the house to that next buyer.
How long have you been doing this, or how many times have you done this business model?
This particular model we've done twice. We started here just over a year ago, and we've flipped 9 houses, some of which come from realtors and therefore aren't interested in that profit share model. wanted to do it this way. And we're currently working with 2 others to go ahead and put those transactions together.
So is the
catching steam?
Oh, it is. It's very. Is this then your target market is the for sale by owners? Yeah.
Go ahead and connect with those people before they end up paying a realtor and wasting their money on a realtor, to be honest with you. I mean, there's certain value that a realtor has, pricing a house, helping with the transaction if they don't have the wherewithal to do so. But, you know, we work with appraisers to go ahead and assess the value, and we take care of all the paperwork, and so does the title company. So they really don't need a realtor, and therefore they're saving that money.
And so the profit sharing, it creates client engagement and loyalty. You also say it lowers the cost of doing business. How does that come into play?
Well, because we're able to go ahead and extrapolate what we can do with this market. So let's say, for example, you know, we started with 1 and now we're on to 2 and 4 and 6 and so on and so forth. By doing that, we're able to go ahead and engage with our contractors to get better rates from them. If they know that they've got a job for the next year or 2 or whatever, painting or doing demolition on houses, they're going to give us a better price. Boise is a very competitive market, and just trying to even find a transaction that makes sense is difficult. So it also affords us the opportunity to do a transaction, whereas we may not otherwise.
All right. Well, this is very interesting. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's we applaud the creativity behind it. How would you like our listeners to find out more information about what you do?
The best way to go is to our website. You can go to either Best Deals in Idaho or ProfitShareForOwners.com.
All right. Best Deals in Idaho or ProfitShareForOwners.com. Brian, thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate it, and best of luck to you.
I truly appreciate your time. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And, you know, business has always been the way business has been.
Right.
Right. And real estate is one of those industries
You got to shake it up.
that I think, though, is really kind of stuck. And
It
so
is.
getting somebody who's thinking outside the box, coming up with some new ideas. And for all of us, when we look at some of the industries that are being disrupted these days, the hotel industry,
right,
the taxi industry,
Yep.
right? The e-commerce industry. We've got some biggies in there. They've disrupted the way, or not even just e-commerce, in retail. People have come along and they've disrupted the industry. And because of that, the rest of the industry is kind of shaking their heads
Sure.
going, how do we get this back? And they're mad at the disruptors. And yet it's the disruptors that are giving the consumers in the marketplace what they want.
It's David Copperfield all over again. And again, I go back to the analogy of me doing magic. When David Copperfield in the early 80s came out and, vanished in an airplane and made the Statue of Liberty disappear and such like that, he caused a revival in the magic, in the art of magic within the community, and that was good for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So let us not get a little sideways over somebody
Remember,
doing a little different.
Perspective, people.
Nothing
bad happened. And, so if we keep that in mind and then just even start to think about, okay, how can I take a look at what other industries are doing and bring that to ours as we think about the Experience Pros Network and as we're growing and how people are wanting to do business, those that are being successful.
Sure.
Kind of the Uber of, right, where it's an app. It's 24 hours a day.
And there will always be copycats. There will always be somebody who wants to jump on and say, if you can do that, I can do that too, and I can maybe do it better. And that's kind of the American way, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. The challenge to you as the listener is to take this interview. While you may not be in real estate, you might be in a place where you can revolutionize your industry with just an out-of-the-box thought. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk to our friend Daryl Stern. He's going to help us understand a thing or two about your business as well, so stay tuned. And if you're watching by way of Facebook Live, mash the share button, will you? Let everybody know that we're doing this, and we'll be right back.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551, 303-770-5551, or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
If you're a sleep apnea sufferer who's on the go to your phone. Because if you give us a call right now, you'll be able to try the world's first portable mini CPAP device absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP, an engineering marvel that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. Its unique design is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. No more dragging around a big, bulky CPAP. Even better, now you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights by calling minicpap.com, 1-800-900-1672. Transcend is FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. You can also add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. So now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't wait. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now.
This is Michael Medved for townhall.com. Democrats who prattle endlessly about impeaching President Trump are deluding themselves and damaging the country. Not only do they lack convincing evidence of impeachable high crimes and misdemeanors, but they also possess no understanding of the lessons of history. Only 3 presidents have ever confronted serious impeachment proceedings: Andrew Johnson, Richard Nixon, and Bill Clinton. In each of those situations, the embattled president faced a hostile Congress, with House and Senate overwhelmingly controlled by the opposition party. In none of those cases did the accused president lose the support of his own party's representatives. To remove Trump from office would take every single Democratic senator, plus 19 of the 52 Republicans, an impossibility in an age of partisanship. Instead of indulging toxic impeachment daydreams, Democrats should wake up and try to work with the president, whatever his imperfections. I'm Michael Medved.
Finally, be comfortable in your home. Install a new energy-efficient Lennox heating and air conditioning system from Pastor Camp and receive up to $1,700 in rebates. Or take advantage of 0% interest financing for up to 72 months with approved credit. The Pastor Camp family has provided comfort and a customer satisfaction guarantee for over 50 years. Discover Pastor Camp and experience comfort. Call 303-777-1234 or visit pastorcamp.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer, helping you get your business right. And One of our more famous and animated guests is in the studio with us today.
Well, and a regular here on the show, so much so that he has memorized our intros and outros and can mime them, lip sync them. We should do a lip sync contest with that. But we're talking about Daryl Stern with Stern DMV, Stern Storming Live. You can find him online at sternstorminglive.com. Schedule your Stern Storming session, which is your marketing strategy session, but everything you need to know about inbound marketing. It's not just a matter of how many posts should I put out on a regular basis, but Daryl says marketing is theater. Daryl, welcome to Experience Pros.
It's great to be back. It's June already.
Isn't that
what
amazing?
happened? I thought it was April.
You blink your eyes and it just happens. But welcome to the studio. Daryl, what are we talking about today?
Well, a lot of people are out there blogging. They're writing articles and they're putting them out, on their websites. And I've seen a lot of things that make me go, because there's a few simple things that you can do to adjust your blog and change your blog around that can increase the amount of business that you can generate from all this effort that it takes to put out articles. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
I would love that, because we definitely don't want anything that makes anybody go, All right, how do we make it more effective?
Well, one of the first ways is just doing some basic keyword research to take a look at, okay, how are people searching for things in your industry? And also realizing that people use Google like a magic 8 ball. They are asking it questions. So if you phrase your blog title as a question, more people will find it, because it is simply...
Give me an example. What does that mean?
Well, what does that mean? If I was to write a blog that says how to do a great interview on the radio, right? And you guys had a blog out there saying how to be a great radio show guest, right?
Okay.
And you wrote that exact blog, it's that exact title, instead of saying the 5 tips on how to be on the radio or
being
a good radio
how do I
host.
prepare
If
for
you
a good radio
phrase it
show?
as a question.
And a question that most people are asking. You're right. It's like the magic 8 ball. Think about how they talk to their phone isn't in keywords. Radio tips 5.
No,
right. You don't go, 5 radio
Daryl,
tips, please.
To go back for just a second, because this is part of the mystery of what a lot of people do on SEO and so on. You say do some keyword research. Where do we do keyword research?
Okay. Well, one of the ways that you can do that is to install something called Google Webmaster Tools, which a lot of people talk about Google Analytics all the time. You always hear about Google Analytics, but there's another tool that Google has called Google Webmaster Tools. And what that allows you to do is actually see what phrases and ways that people have been searching that are finding your website, but they're not clicking on it. So you have something called an impression, and you'll see next to that you're ranked number 286 or 135 for this particular phrase. Yep. And that can actually cue you into what you should be writing about next and blogging about next.
Okay. All right. So Google Webmaster Tools is a great tool to find the keywords that people are searching. Leverage,
exactly. So there's two more main parts. The next is just basic blog formatting. So your blog title is what we call your H1 tag. That is your big question. That is your big headline. But you should always make use of the H2 tags and the H3 tags. Now, the H2 tag is usually your subheading or your subtitle, like how to be a great radio host, or have a great interview right on the radio. And then your subtitle might be learning how to give a great radio interview can really help your business grow.
And using that tag is more than just the scaling of the size of the font?
It's more than that. It is actually a tag in HTML, and they have an H in front of them, and they go from H1, which is the main one, all the way down to H6.
And what does it do for us if we use those?
What it does is Google, as it's reading text, right? If it just had a bunch of text, paragraphs, not even in paragraphs, right? It'd be hard to tell, what am I supposed to be looking at? What are the main headlines here? What are the main bullet points? What are the main, the big headlines or subheaders or whatever in this? So this helps Google. You're actually giving instruction to Google as to what to pay attention to. Okay, so the next part is to put your keywords into those headlines and tags. For instance, you might put as a list, step 1, right? Just
Right,
step one.
right,
Well,
okay.
instead, you put step one on how to give a great radio interview, right? And
yes.
spell out the whole description
Yes.
of what it is that you're talking about in each
In
sentence.
a
So you would say
complete
step
sentence.
2 on how to, and it looks kind of funny and it feels kind of funny to write it that
Yes,
way. Like,
yes.
why would I
But
repeat
Google
myself?
knows which file to put it in.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And you're also increasing, your keyword density, on that. So,
Let me
Yes.
interrupt you for just a moment because you're on a roll, and I want to make sure people know they've got lots of people listening by way of our Facebook Live. Do us a favor, share this video, if you will, to others so that they can find out information as well. Daryl, how do people contact you?
they can call 303-353-4354, or you can get your Stern Storming session with me. We can audit your blog at sternstorming.com.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about the different headings, H1, H2, you can go all the way down
Right.
to H6, which
Right.
is pretty, I think most
believe
of
it's
us
Microsoft. Yeah, we
don't even know about that.
We need classes.
And so then formatting your blog.
Yes.
Um,
There's one more thing.
Okay. Yes.
You ready? Okay.
Yes.
So the last thing is we've heard about this having a call to action, right?
Mhm.
People usually have their contact us page or that sidebar thing that's way up here, with their form. But when you scroll down to the bottom of an article, well, that's where you are. That's where your eyes are. That's where your attention is. And people want to know, well, what should I do next? So there's two things that you should have, a hard sell and a soft sell. Now, the hard sell is pick up the phone, click here, make an appointment with me. Let's get this problem solved. To sign is to actually ask people to join a conversation. Perhaps you have a Facebook group or a Facebook page or someplace else where you're broadcasting this or putting out videos, and to take them to another step. So they may not be interested right now.
Right.
So they might sign up for this,
Yeah,
but they
most
may
of the
not want to
time-
do that either right away. But they surely might like to go look at your Facebook page or something.
Mhm.
So you're giving a number of options to maximize and capture the person that is reading you the amazing work that you're
Yeah,
doing.
they might
on your
not be ready to sign up, but they might have some thoughts or comments and be ready to join in the conversation.
They are, after all, they Googled something, found you because you did your keyword research and put it into your H tags.
Right.
They found you and opened up your blog,
There you go.
read through it, and now let's give them something to do.
Yeah, and
That
gosh
makes
forbid
sense.
we can get them over to our Facebook pages and get them to like it. Well, then guess what they're going to get? They're going to get all the updates of your new information, build up that know, like, and trust factor,
Love it.
and then start to communicate with you and work with you.
All right, so this is what Daryl gives us in 10 minutes. Imagine what he's going to give you during your 3-hour
Right.
intensive marketing strategy session. He comes in every month here as a contribution here to the Experience Pros Network. Always is the latest and greatest, whatever is going on online marketing, social media, all of that. He is the expert. He does all of the research, and then he tests it out as well. So this isn't just theory. This isn't just an idea. This is actually proven results he's gotten from this. Let's give your contact information again, Daryl.
Sure, you can pick up the phone and call 303-353-4354, or you can reach
Do that again.
303-353-4354, or you can reach me at sternstorming.com, and we can sternify your blog.
And then let's give some information. You've got an event coming up in September.
Yes, we're doing Stern Storming Live Part 2. Me, Dan Fowler, Faith Young, Mythica, and now Anastasia Button, who is an amazing young speaker here. So that's at sternstorminglive.com. You can get your tickets only $97 for 3 days of amazing things that we're going to do at the end of September.
Did you say 97?
Yep.
Not $997.
$97.
Just $97.
Yes.
All the way through June
$97.
30th.
You
Wow.
will be thankful for that invitation and for purchasing that ticket. It's well worth your time and your investment. Good, solid stuff, Daryl.
All right. Thank you, Daryl. Daryl's in every single month with his Stern Storming ideas, marketing ideas. and just a wealth of information. Sign up for his intensive Sternstorming session, or follow him on Facebook where you can join the conversation. How about that? Look, I'm learning, right?
There you go.
If it works in a blog,
Storming all over the place. You
then
can
it
Google
works.
find it on Facebook. It's all over.
Absolutely. Give your phone number one more time for us.
303-353-4354.
There it is, Daryl Stern, the CEO of Stern DMB. We're grateful for your time today. Folks, don't go anywhere. We've got more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the home of positive business talk. Back after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people
Well, 50% of people with severe mental disorders are affected by substance abuse. At A New Outlook Counseling Services, they provide a safe, healing environment for those suffering with substance abuse, relationship, or mental issues. Robert Johnson is a licensed therapist in long-term recovery and has a master's degree in marriage, family, and child therapy. He offers evidence-based practices backed by research, offering greater success in alleviating symptoms and are effective in overcoming substance abuse. A New Outlook Counseling Services has over 45 five-star ratings on Rate-A-Bit. They're open 6 days a week and accept most major insurance and Medicaid. They will also work with families in need on a sliding scale. So don't wait to get the help you need. The healing begins here. Call A New Outlook Counseling Services now at 720-370-5216. 720-370-5216. Or visit the website HighlandsRanchCounselor.com. That's HighlandsRanchCounselor.com.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
Spring is bursting out all around us. Birds are singing their courtship songs. Squirrels are romping playfully through the trees. Butterflies are painting our gardens with color. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more about these felicitous activities by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited and can help you create the most attractive backyard wildlife habitat in the known universe. You'll hear fascinating interviews, wildlife news, and entertaining information about the natural world. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. So give the Bird Dudes a call with your questions this Saturday at noon on Bird Talk. Wild Birds Unlimited brings people and nature together.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation. Real estate doubles in value about every 20 years. Equity buildup. Renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com.
Do you own a small business? Do you want free access to the biggest business networking event of the year? Check out Small Business Expo. It's free to attend and features more than 25 free business workshops, panel discussions, speed networking sessions, business card showcase, and over 100 exhibits. Gain leads and network with business experts, including Allstate, Progressive, and Zip Local. There's something for everyone at the Small Business Expo. The Small Business Expo is the largest and most anticipated business-to-business networking event, trade show, and conference for business owners, entrepreneurs, and decision makers. If you're serious about your business, this expo is a must-attend event. Startups and business owners can take advantage of free admission and educational workshops covering online, social media marketing, employee benefit plans, credit and financing, strategies for increasing revenue and team productivity, mentoring, cloud technologies, retirement plans, and much more. Don't miss the Denver Small Business Expo at the Denver Convention Center, Thursday, June 22nd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Register for free today at thesmallbusinessexpo.com. That's thesmallbusinessexpo.com.
Usage and data rates may apply.
Would you rather get your degree from one of the most innovative online universities in the country or one of the nation's most affordable? How about both? Now you can at Southern New Hampshire University. Get degree information and see how to apply online by texting the word FRESH to 554433. College tuition is skyrocketing, making getting a degree almost impossible for too many, but it doesn't have to be that way. Founded in 1932, Southern New Hampshire University has the credibility of a New England campus, but by offering programs online, we've made education incredibly accessible and affordable. You'll discover knowledge and skills from instructors who are leaders in their field. Plus, you get all the flexibility, support, and encouragement needed to prepare you for the career you've always wanted. Southern New Hampshire University. See yourself succeed. Grab your smartphone and do the smart thing. Get degree information and see how to apply online by texting FRESH to 554433. That's FRESH to 554433.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
That's exactly right. It is America's home for positive business talk. We're
for inspiration, encouragement, and
how to get it done.
And sometimes, we just kind of have to get down and dirty and say, this is what you need to do. Saw a cute little movie over the weekend, and in the movie there was Woody Harrelson was the actor.
Okay.
And he's a teacher, and he's giving one of his students a ride home, and he's just kind of a hard-hitting, like no muss, no fuss kind of teacher, right?
Sure.
And so he's driving her home, and he says they get to the stop sign or get to her house, and he says, all right, I'm not good at having these conversations, so we both know what needs to be said right now, so I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to come out and say it. Get out of the car.
Wow.
Right, straight and to the point. Get out of the car, right? It's hard.
Yeah.
But, how do you give feedback to people when we know that there are some people that are just so receptive, easy to talk to. You can give them feedback. You guys, you've got shared camaraderie. You've got respect for each other. We make each other better. Iron sharpens iron. But what if the person you want to give some feedback to is a little more sensitive? Maybe they cry a lot. That would be Angel. Maybe they yell. Maybe they get defensive. Has this described like 3 out of 4 people in your office? People who cry, people who yell,
people in the studio,
people who get defensive, right? It's all of us. So here's a couple of things that the Harvard Business Review recommends. If you've got to give somebody some feedback, and they're the kind of person who cries, or kind of person who yells, or kind of person who gets defensive, they say focus on why you're giving the feedback and the good reasons of why you're giving the feedback. Something along the line of, I need to share this with you because I want you to be successful here. I want you to keep growing. I want this to be a working, a positive working relationship. So there's a good reason for the blow that's about to come.
I had a mentor who gave me feedback, and he came up with, and I'm sure he didn't come up with it, but it was the warm fuzzy, cold prickly, warm fuzzy.
Yeah, right? If they say something nice, hit you with the hard stuff, and then sandwich it. You, so that you don't get all caught up in the emotional state of what's about to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it doesn't help the other person. The warm fuzzy, cold prickly, warm fuzzy. The warm fuzzy's for you.
Right.
So you don't feel like you just handed them a whole bunch of stuff they can't handle, but it's so you feel better about yourself about giving it to you.
Let me push back just a smidge on that, because I think that when I got the warm fuzzy right before I got the 2x4, cold prickly.
Did you feel good about it? Did it help diffuse?
It kind of did.
See, I almost just think, just give it to me, and then
I can give you example after example of people where it doesn't matter how constructive your criticism is, all they hear is the criticism.
Yeah.
At the same time, to give that warm fuzzy, you're technically you're one of the best I've ever known. that does help to diffuse. But you have to be, the recipient has to be in the place where they are able to process without going waterworks.
So here are some suggestions from the Harvard Business Review. They say to move the conversation into a productive place, and they're talking geography.
Yeah.
The goal is to diffuse the emotional reaction so you can productively give feedback and then together come up with ideas and actions to ensure the other person's success. So this may mean having a second meeting, requesting that you regroup after the person has had some time to calm down, collect themselves,
Sure.
take in the information. They say addressing the emotional reaction shouldn't shortchange the other parts of an effective feedback conversation, though. So a lot of times, when we think about if somebody else, if we know somebody else is going to react harshly or emotionally, we might sugarcoat the feedback. We might get just as frustrated and want to fight back. We might kind of want to rear up on all fours and kind of come with guns blazing, right? No, that's probably not a very good
No guns
thing to say.
blazing
No,
in the workplace. No.
Right. But, kind of with ammunition, gosh, how do I say this? Like, with all this like list of things that they've done, so you can retaliate. Look, the wicked people can't
being
handle.
in business is hard.
It is hard. It is hard.
Especially if you have to discipline somebody or help them get better.
But I do like some of these suggestions.
Of course.
So when you're talking to someone who has the tendency to cry, here's a tip. Deliver the feedback at the end of the day so they can go home afterwards and they don't have to wear the I've been crying face all day long.
Bring a box of tissues. Of course, that's always an indication. Angel brought me a box of tissues last week, and I'm like,
we got to talk.
How'd you know? Absolutely.
And people who cry, and I don't know why, but we just cry. It doesn't necessarily mean we're sad and they go, I can't handle this. It's just the tears start flowing and I can't stop it. And so we can continue the conversation. I'm just as embarrassed that I'm crying. I'm trying to stop the tears too.
Sure.
And I just can't. So again, when you do the cold, prickly, warm, fuzzy, cold, like you're just prolonging it.
Well,
can we just get it out and then work on the productive
Here's
part?
the one thing that I want to say about people who cry, and that is I actually prefer that reaction because it shows that you have a soul. And I mean that not facetiously, but if you're crying, there's an indication that you care. You care about the outcome of this conversation. You care about what's happening here. And, I remember the first time I ever cried in a business setting. I was being fired. It's the only time I've ever been fired in my entire life. And it came as a complete surprise because the day before I was given an accolade for progress in the workplace. Crazy, right?
That was your warm fuzzy.
It was my warm fuzzy. And maybe they were connected. I don't know. But that being said, I felt bad that I was crying, and there was no reversing the conversation, right? But in the end, it meant that I was engaged enough to care.
Know that you cared. All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to have to, in the second hour, address how you deal with talking to someone who yells or talking to someone who gets defensive. There's some good tips there, too.
Then stick with us right after the top of the hour news. We'll come back and address those things as well. You're listening to America. This is the Experience Pros Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tutsey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446.
4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and Money Talk.
And clarity about where you are, where you want to go, and what's holding you back. You'll leave feeling excited about doing something different and confident that you're moving in the right direction. Go to drpegradio.com and click on Retreat.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is
the lights fire in our bellies, and this is the time. Life is going fast. The months and the days are just kind of cruising.
Well, we're wrapping up Q2, so time to make sure we do an assessment of, are we where we said that we were going to be at this point? And if the answer is no, not yet, then why not give experiencepros.com a check and see if you sign up for that free membership trial. It's 30 days. You keep your credit card in your wallet. We're not interested in your money. What we are interested in helping you see a significant shift in your marketing and business development. That's money in the bank in the next 30 days. And we can help you do that for free if you sign up for the trial at experiencepros.com.
Right? We know that you've got a lot going on in your business and a lot of goals and a lot of things that you want to achieve. And so let's do it together. Let's create let's get you into the community where we can knock off several months, even years off of that marketing process.
Absolutely.
Just expedite the heck out of this thing. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you?
All right, Angel, what is our hashtag kindness act of the day?
The hashtag kindness act of the day is to glue a smile onto your face and watch it catch on.
There it is. Glue a smile on your face and see if that is, in fact, as contagious as we say that it is. We pretty much guarantee that it is going to be exactly that, contagious, because when you smile at somebody else, they have very little option but to smile back at you. Now, in our previous hour, we started the conversation talking about how do you deliver news to people who were they tend to get emotional.
Right? How do you give feedback to somebody who cries, somebody who yells, or somebody who gets defensive? Right. And we've all got all three of those in our office, in our team, in our family, that we need to give feedback to. And when it gets muddled by that emotional response, a lot of times we're not prepared for that. How do I respond to that? If you're not used to somebody getting defensive
or yelling
or even crying, right, a lot of times we're gonna muddle it up and we're gonna respond to the emotion rather than staying focused on the feedback.
So let's cross over to the territory of those people who yell. When faced with someone who yells or gets angry, you could feel intimidated by having to bring this news. And so your aim is to stay calm while standing your ground. And you need to be willing to shut down the meeting that is not being professional and or productive.
And you have to take a stand that if that person isn't going to play nice, that we're not having this conversation. Right. And so they might want to yell, but they don't get to yell at you.
That's right.
So let them know, one, I need to have a conversation with you, and I need you to lower your voice.
Absolutely.
If they are yelling, right?
Or you could say something to the effect of, all right, let's take a deep breath, or we'll have to reschedule this, because right now, this isn't constructive.
and making sure that you let them know the purpose of the feedback is to help them grow, to help us do better, to help improve something. We have a chance here to be excellent. And right now we're not. And so if they are yelling, you have to be willing to shut that conversation down and open it up that we can reschedule it. What do you do when somebody is, on the line of always defensive in your responses or in your feedback, right? They have a reason and an explanation for everything.
Excuse.
And then, that could be good.
There's something there, because when somebody is diffusing by saying it's not my responsibility, or maybe they truly believe that it is not their responsibility,
right? Because there's this other thing. This other thing happened to me, and it's not my.
And it's
that way. It's when you blame someone else. They need to be listening to. They can't get defensive if you're not engaging in that conversation. So you can say, I notice every time we sit down to discuss feedback, you get upset, you get angry, you get defensive. I have your best interest at heart. So what can I do to help you receive feedback with more openness? And so allowing the conversation where you're not drawn into the emotion. Now, be careful, because I think a lot of times what we'll end up doing is avoiding those conversations.
Sure.
Because we know they're going to have this emotional reaction on the other side. And so make sure that you're not avoiding the conversations. You're addressing them head on. We're going to actually post this on our Facebook wall, because I think it's one of those that we've heard. And even right now, as you're listening to, there's so much in here that it's like, ooh, I want to go back. I want to be able to take notes. I want to read on that again, or maybe read it right before I go in to have this conversation. So we're going to post this, I think, as a resource on our Facebook wall, facebook.com/experiencepros, facebook.com/experiencepros. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you like us, engage in the conversation. And while you are there, well, actually on Facebook, you can't do it, but on experiencepros.com, check out the Experience Pros membership.
We'll vet you, we'll approve you, we'll put you into the systems and tools that we have, and quite honestly, you're going to be impressed. It's one of those really cool things. This interesting news, if you are listening to this broadcast in New Mexico, the owners of a construction site in New Mexico, or New Mexico, in a New Mexico City, I should say, have this to say about this. Las Cruces residents got super excited by a sign in a construction work zone that said, "Coming soon, the Cheesecake Factory 2017." Only the Cheesecake Factory is not coming.
Why was the sign
it's
there?
It's an office building. Somebody planted the sign as a hoax.
And people, oh.
Yeah, it would be like somebody planting as well. And
so they just get all fun into that.
That's not happening.
So you want to hear something that'll make you feel old?
Oh, sure. That's what I was
Always,
looking for.
right? Always.
Right.
My brother
Yeah.
is going to be a grandpa.
Your brother's going to be a grandpa?
Yeah, that's weird to say. That my brother, my kid brother, who's always been my kid brother, is now going to be a grandpa. How does that feel? Do you remember when your sisters became grandmas? None of your sisters are grandmas?
No.
None of them?
Good Lord, no, woman.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Oh. Wait. I guess there is one, huh?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure your
I don't
sister
think of it that way.
is a grandma.
I don't think of it that way.
What do you think of it as? I just don't.
That girl I know had a
Remember
baby.
that baby?
That girl I know
right?
had a baby.
Right? Your niece had a baby. That makes your sister a grandma.
Wow.
Right? My
I don't
brother.
think of it that way.
Oh.
Your brother's going to be a grandpa.
Right? Yeah. And your
What's that
sister
make you?
already is a grandma.
Yeah. What's that make you?
My brother's.
Are you a
Sister?
great auntie? Great grandma auntie?
Yeah. So is that second cousin, auntie, twice removed, once removed?
It's too confusing,
how do we?
folks. If you
What
have
is
the
the
answer,
relation?
go ahead and let us know.
I just know my brother is going to be a grandpa. And this is also something. My mother is now a great grandma.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, gang. That's too much math for us. But we will be back with more positive business talk right after this. We promise you that. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network. And if you'd like the archives of this broadcast or any of the programs that we do, don't hesitate to tune in on Facebook at Experience Pros, where the video archives are stored. We'll be back right after these messages. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
Hi, this is Dave Anthony. Tune in to the Retirement Income Planning Show Saturday at 8 a.m. to learn about how you can create an efficient and optimized retirement income plan that looks at your investments, taxes, healthcare, Social Security, Medicare, home equity, and estate planning needs. Learn about the math and science that goes into creating a truly comprehensive retirement income plan that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement. Call 800-868-9585. Again, that's 800-868-9585 or online at the
Now my custom line of cabinets with solid wood fronts, dovetail drawers, full extension glides, with soft close automatically on drawers and doors. From basic up, I can put you into cabinetry that will fit all your wants and needs, thanks to all my repeat and referral customers over the years.
Go visit Oran's showroom at 5940 West 38th Avenue near the corner of Harlan and 38th Avenue. Or give them a call at 303-425-5592. That's 303-425-5592. Or visit AbsolutelyCabinets.com. New store hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to noon on Fridays.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
Spring is bursting out all around us. Birds are singing their courtship songs. Squirrels are romping playfully through the trees. Butterflies are painting our gardens with color. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more about these felicitous activities by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited and can help you create the most attractive backyard wildlife habitat in the known universe. You'll hear fascinating interviews, wildlife news, and entertaining information about the natural world. KDMT Radio invites you to learn more by joining David and Scott Menno for Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on KDMT. So give the Bird Dudes a call with your questions this Saturday at noon on Bird Talk. Wild Birds Unlimited brings people and nature together.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Does your kitchen or bathroom need some updating? Well, now is a great time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and I'm inviting you to join our growing list of customers who have saved thousands of dollars on their kitchen and bathroom projects, even over those big box stores. Come experience our unique mix of top-of-the-line customer service, quality products, and tremendous value. Through July 4th, we are extending all our current specials and upgrades, which will save you up to $1,500 Deals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchen and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on a beautiful new kitchen or the awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
Question. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you for tuning in. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer, helping you get your business right. Angel, I have been impressed with the number of people that I am seeing now. It's not just a couple of kids running down the street, and they were
bikes, scooters, skates, and skateboards. Here's the number. This is scary. Nearly 40% of parents surveyed admitted that their child doesn't always wear a helmet when riding.
Ouch.
And nearly 50 kids every hour visited an emergency department in 2015 due to a wheeled sports-related injury.
50 kids an hour?
50 kids an hour.
Wow.
And so the best way to prevent injuries suggests that more work needs to be done to protect kids at play. We brought in Morag Mackay, Director of Research, Safe Kids Worldwide. And you can talk about, we're going to talk about the report. We're going to talk about keeping these kids safe because bones heal, brains don't. Morag Mackay, welcome to Experience Pros.
Thank you.
Morag, I thought this was. I thought we were doing better on this topic. I'm thinking of Sonny and Cher fame, who was skiing, hit a tree, and died. I thought that was enough to get people aware of the problem.
Well, I think there is awareness, and we certainly have seen that helmet use has increased over the last few decades. But for whatever reason, we still see a number of children out there without a helmet on. And when we talk to parents and try to understand a little bit more about why they didn't have a helmet on, we found some interesting things. We talked to them a little bit about where their children were riding, and what we found that if parents, a lot of parents whose child said they didn't always wear a helmet said, well, they're scootering or skating in a safe area, or they said, oh, well, my child's quite experienced, so we don't need a helmet because of their experience, or they just said,
of us, but just that we think that it's safe. When kids aren't wearing helmets, within the emergency,
because a head injury can change your life.
Absolutely, and the old saying, "Sticks and stones," right? But broken bones are broken bones as well. Let's talk about the other protection equipment. Are kids wearing other protection equipment?
Well, surprisingly, not as many as we thought we would see either. When we talk to parents whose kids skate and scooter, we saw that less than 1 in 5 parents say that their child who scooters is always wearing knee and elbow pads, which is what we recommend. And only 2 in 5 parents whose kids skate said that they were wearing knee and elbow pads. Yep. And then when we start talking about skateboarding, the numbers went down even further. So, really, there's a lot of kids out there not wearing the equipment that is recommended, and it probably would prevent a lot of the injuries.
Elbow pads is
when we look at parents who model good behavior or safe behavior by wearing a bike helmet themselves when they're out there, 86% of their children will do the same. But if you look at parents who say they never wear a helmet, well, then only 38% of their children are always wearing a helmet. So I think modeling is really important, and certainly with the older kids, where the parents' opinion starts to matter a little less, and maybe peers and heroes start to matter more. I think it's great when we see people out there wearing the gear, and people that are doing this as a way to sort of try and get more people participating, because that's such an important thing. In this day and age, we really want to see kids out there participating in these activities. We just want to make sure when they're doing it that they are safe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think conversations like this just bringing to parents' attention, because you're right, we didn't wear helmets when we were growing up, and if we're not really that aware of the dangers of it, then of course we're not going to be modeling that behavior. And so, talking about safety, talking about the traumatic injuries that can happen to our child, of course we want to make them as safe as possible.
Advocacy.org. We've got a great video showing parents how to fit a helmet, and in addition, some other tips around maintenance and learning the rules of the road. But certainly, we really encourage everybody to get out there and have a fun time wheeling around in the summer. But just make sure you're wearing that protective equipment.
Hey gang, don't go anywhere. We've got more positive business talk just ahead. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information about our business and how we can help your business, check out experiencepros.com. Back after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com. You never planned on getting injured in an accident. You don't know where to turn. Call Boson Law. When you meet with John Boson, you will know right away you've made the right decision. John will put you at ease and explain the whole process, start to settlement. He'll handle medical bills, work directly with the insurance company, and help you get back on your feet. John and his whole staff are amazing. If your whole world has been turned upside down, Boson Law will help turn it right side up. It starts with a free consultation, no money out of the pocket, and Boson Law only gets paid when they win your case. If you're hurt, the call is easy, and their number is too. Call Boson Law at 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, or visit BosonLaw.com. That's BOESEN Law.com. Call Boson Law, 303-999-9999, or visit BosonLaw.com. That's BOESEN Law.com.
Hi, this is residential real estate expert Dan Palomino from the Colorado Dream House team. Listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. To do that, you need a great real estate team and one with incredible marketing. We're so sure our marketing plan for your home is better than everyone else. We're willing to put our money where our mouth is. Here's what we're offering. Interview the Colorado Dream House team to sell your home. Then interview our competition. If their marketing plan is better than ours, then you can hire them and we'll pay you $250. I know. It sounds crazy, giving you $250 to hire our competition. It probably won't happen because we're so sure you'll find our marketing plan better, you'll hire us to sell your home at top dollar. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose and $250 to gain. Call us today at 720-446-6325. Or to find out more information about our marketing guarantee, visit coloradodreamhouse.com/250.
I'm Trina Webster.
And I'm Dan Webster, founders of Z Quiet. Let me be honest, I snored.
Yeah, he did. Crazy loud.
I was forced to sleep on the couch most nights.
Dan tried everything, including surgery, to solve his snoring problem.
Nothing worked.
So he turned to experts and created a solution that's a total game changer. A mouthpiece called Z Quiet.
Not just any mouthpiece, one that gently opens the airway where the snoring happens. In fact, it's
Quiet.com or text SNORE to 91011.
Finally, be comfortable in your home. Install a new energy-efficient Lennox heating and air conditioning system from Pastorcamp and receive up to $1,700 in rebates. Or take advantage of 0% interest financing for up to 72 months with approved credit. The Pastorcamp family has provided comfort and a customer satisfaction guarantee for over 50 years. Discover Pastorcamp and experience comfort. Call 303-777-1234 or visit pastorcamp.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Hey, you know something? You really can become a business. Wherever it is, you can hear our voice. Share that.
Something that we never experienced before will trip us up. Just because it's new, we didn't know about it, we weren't expecting it. And when this unexpected thing happens, it totally takes our focus and our energy away from growing, because now we have to deal with this thing we weren't expecting.
Right.
And as a business owner, that could be a daily thing.
Absolutely.
Right. And so, according to entrepreneur.com, they say that, first of all, admit that you don't know what you don't know about business.
Fair enough.
And until I used to hear that phrase all the time, it never made any sense until I really got into I didn't know that. And then it started to make sense. But here's some tips to keep you and your company out of hot water, keep you focused on growing instead of dealing with the minutia. First one, they say always make sure that there's enough cash in the bank.
Cash flow is king.
And I think, I would. If it came in faster than I spent it, I would totally keep more cash in the bank.
Yeah.
But it seems to go out faster than it comes in.
Okay, so let's rephrase this into the form that somebody else needs to hear, and that is, if you have a liquidity problem, if you have a cash flow problem, address it on the front side, because you have to go back to the first point that Angel made. Always make sure that there is and will be enough cash in the bank.
Yeah, cash. The cash is always the issue. And so often we just think if I build it, if I open it, it will just come. You have to actively be bringing in revenue every day. Next one, you can't fire bad employees fast enough. Just make sure that you know that they're the problem and not you.
Fire quickly, hire slowly.
Yes.
Be very careful.
Here's the thing. If you're having trouble with staffing, the problem might not be the staff. It's probably you.
Oh.
Right? Here's something that you'll learn. 90% of all problems are management problems. And so when things aren't going well, the first place you need to look for answers is in the mirror.
All right.
But then if you do have a bad employee, fire quickly.
Take care of your stars.
Right?
Goes for every company, big and small. The cost of losing a star employee is enormous. Business leaders rarely take the time to ensure their top performers are properly motivated, challenged, and compensated.
Remember that your team, they're not your kids, they're not your personal assistants, they're not your shrink. So don't bring issues that you would bring to your kids. Don't treat them like kids. Don't treat them like they are your personal assistant. And don't bring all your problems to work. If you will come to regret that.
Absolutely.
Learn to say yes and say no a lot.
Each one of those one-syllable words has a lot to play when it comes to being clear on what your company does or does not do. And so learn the value of both the yes and the no. We say absolutely, but you got to make sure that you don't say it all the time, because if you do, you may end up with a different kind of a problem.
Here's the thing, too, for tips on how not to get your business derailed, where you can focus on the vision and focus on the growth instead of getting caught up in the little things.
Yep.
Listen to your customers.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Well, according to entrepreneur.com, they say it boggles their mind how little most entrepreneurs value their customers. Your repeat business is the easiest business to get, and yet it's the most overlooked, the most undervalued, the most underappreciated. It's always about the new and shiny, and you assume that because you serve them once, that they will just automatically continue to come back to you.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Remember, your current customer is somebody else's prospect. Think about how much more attention a prospect gets than a current customer. You think they're going to be wooed away? Absolutely.
Learn two words: meritocracy and nepotism.
I don't think I could even pronounce those.
Meritocracy, the first of those two words. That's how you run an organization, by recognizing, rewarding, and compensating based solely upon ability and achievement. In other words, we reward you for your actions.
You do good work, you get good work. You get good stuff. You get good projects. You get the good
pay, all of
the good
it,
office, the good schedule.
Nepotism is more than just going on in the family. It's playing favorites and being biased. And if you have, if you are playing your favorites and being biased with one over the other, you end up being in trouble, because first of all, it's an HR nightmare, and second of all, people pick up on it in a real big hurry, and you will see a trailing off of their activities.
All right. Know when and when not to be transparent. I think a lot of times when we think about being transparent, you don't want to have things hidden in the closet that people are going to find out. Because here's the thing, they will find out.
Oh, sure.
Everybody finds out everything. There are no secrets. But there are times to share openly, and there are times that we need to zip it, right? We don't talk about other people. We don't share other people's negotiations, things.
I knew that was a bad idea.
And a lot of times,
20.
and hindsight is,
Yeah.
but you know it.
You know it.
You know it on the front side. How often have you said yes to a project or yes to a customer
With the
that
caveat.
that you know it's not the right fit,
Yep.
and yet if we don't have cash flow, back up to number one, and we're struggling with cash flow, a lot of times we'll say yes to things that don't serve us or serve that customer
Out of
very well.
desperation for the dollar.
And so we make bad decisions in desperation. So you need to keep yourself in that abundant mindset. And when you're there, then you recognize that it's okay to say no to certain projects. It's okay to say no to certain customers and to refer them off to your competition. And that's not being actually rude to your competition. You think, oh, sure, send the bad one over to, Joe's Plumbing next door. Just because it's not a good fit for you and your personality doesn't mean it's not a good fit for anyone.
That's correct.
A lot of times they are actually better served with different personalities and a different team.
That's the phrase, different strokes for different folks.
And so then it's better for everybody. And so don't think, well, I want to send somebody bad over there. That's not what's happening. Just not a good fit for you. So know how to access your instincts, not to be all emotional and willy-nilly, where you're just kind of blowing with the wind. Today I feel like it and tomorrow I don't. But if your gut is telling you this is a bad idea, trust that. And if you've got a good team, a lot of times somebody else can reaffirm that feeling with you. Don't keep that to yourself. You can bring that to your team. And if somebody else has it too, then it's not just, because I think a lot of times I just need a double check. Or even if you feel it's too good to be true, this is going to be amazing, and it's going to be the biggest thing and the biggest, and sometimes even trusting, having it swing the. At work. I don't feel like it. Somebody said no, and we run it like a hobby.
Right.
And then, keep your business entity separate from your personal, and then run it like a business, not a hobby.
Absolutely.
And then here's the thing: is humility. It's a powerful trait for leaders that goes for all business owners, veteran CEOs, and everyone in between. More often than not, we come to regret thinking we knew all the answers, and we don't.
That's it.
And so behind every failed company are dysfunctional, delusional, or incompetent business leaders. Which one are we? The irony
We're not a failed
is,
company.
oh, that's true.
Sorry.
Okay. None of them had the slightest idea that was true at the time. So most of them still don't. So don't end up like them, according to entrepreneur.com.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you for tuning in to this, the home of positive business talks.
Getting a great customer experience. You shouldn't be investing time and energy on bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes, but somebody has to do it. Trust Teresa and her team at Luna's Accounting and Tax. Teresa and her team will take care of all your bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes. They'll keep you informed and streamline the process. Luna's Accounting and Tax keeps your business compliant and up to date, and they'll give you the great customer experience your customers have come to expect. Free your time and gain the peace of mind to keep your focus on your customers. They will help you too. Call Teresa at Luna's Accounting and Tax today. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. Or visit lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. Se habla español. The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
Hi, this is Andrew Stone. After I was injured in a rear-end collision in Boulder, I called attorney Jeremy Cave for help. I can honestly say Jeremy worked day and night to get me what I was entitled to. Unlike a lot of attorneys today, Jeremy puts the personal in personal injury. He relieved me of stress and was there for me every step of the way. Cave Law understands that many of you who listen to this station prefer to have a lawyer who sees things from your point of view. I found it with Cave Law. I think it's time to put the personal back into handling personal injury. Call Jeremy Cave today at 720-213-3737. Jeremy Cave only gets paid when you do. Call Cave Law now for a free at-home consultation, 720-213-3737. If you're injured in an accident, call 720-213-3737 or check out his brand new website, cavelawyer.com. That's cavelawyer.com. Personal and caring service from Cave Law. Call Jeremy today, 720-213-3737.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's Todd. So folks, give us a call and see what our family can do for your family. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DoneRightKitchens.com.
Hi, I'm Carrie Gusmus, Area Manager with Fairway Independent Mortgage. Have you noticed some mortgage ads lately? Companies that used to advertise low rates and savings of hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your refinance have suddenly become purchase experts. At Fairway, we've always been purchase experts. We offer our qualified, pre-approved buyers a 20-day purchase guarantee from contract to close. In Colorado's competitive real estate market, a quick closing can be the difference between owning a home you love or dragging your search out for months. Apply from your computer or mobile device online through our easy application process. Unlike other companies, we won't
Ready for change? Then register for my Do Something Different for a Change Personal Transformation Retreat in Denver on Saturday, June 17th. You'll receive life-transforming strategies and clarity about where you are, where you want to go, and what's holding you back. You'll leave feeling excited about doing something different and confident that you're moving in the right direction. Go to drpegradio.com and click on Retreat.
revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer helping you get your business right. We do it in lots and lots of ways, and we just try to make it easy for you to understand.
We absolutely do. And we bring positive business talk to you every single day. And it's kind of your one-stop shop for not only for getting yourself motivated and encouraged throughout the day, but even to invite others to participate as well. And we don't just stop once we're off the air. This is not just a 2-hour program every single day. This is a 24/7 program. You can interact with us all day long through lots of ways. Of course, we have a membership network that you can participate in, and the Facebook group. There's always conversation going on over there. We have lots of fun little things that we do to inspire and help your business grow.
Indeed.
But I am not an expert on how to motivate millennial workers, but I found from a little article at Forbes.com that says we can even motivate our millennials. And I think if it's good for our millennials, it's good for us too, because aren't we all in that space these days?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, we think about how the marketplace is changing and the customer experience and, how people are buying, how we're marketing to them, how we're creating loyalty these days. And so often, I think the paradigm and the system that we used to use for relationship marketing and creating customer loyalty, we saw that shift kind of in the early 2000s. It used to be all about interact with you live through social media, through the Snapchat and through the Twitter. I could talk to the brand.
The cheese has effectively been moved.
Right. And now it's shifted again.
Okay.
Now think about this. So often, and we're talking about some of the disruptors in the community these days. The Uber has disrupted the taxi industry. Airbnb disrupting. They don't even own a hotel, and they've disrupted the hotel industry. Amazon disrupting the retail industry. And what is what is taken out of that, a lot of times you're going to see is the interaction, the human factor, because the human factor tends to screw things up.
I don't think I like that.
Well, but think about, if you're having a conversation and something didn't go well in the transaction, it wasn't because there was something wrong with the product.
Right.
It wasn't because there was something wrong with the delivery. It wasn't because there was something wrong with the price or it was how a human being responded to your problem.
Okay.
And a human being got snarky, or a human being put you on hold for too long.
Never happened.
Or a human being, kind of pawned you off. And I mean, it's the human factor. And so here we're talking about keeping people engaged and earning their trust and creating loyalty. But yet as the vendor, we don't train that in our employees. We train them to just get them in and get them through. Right? Don't stay on the phone too long. Don't linger. Don't have too much of a conversation, because it becomes several you moving the up and build in, right? They've got the features, the perks that get you excited. You can get it whenever you want it, however you want it, and they continue.
Wow. We better get on it.
We better get on it.
Yeah.
Right? Train our staff, hire the right people, get rid of the people that have a bad attitude, that don't care about serving. They can go and work at some place that serves buttons.
Yeah. There you go.